you freaking guys, there's new merch. It's gonna go live any minute, and well, probably by tomorrow, but like, yeah, so the Freedom Barbie merch that everyone has been begging me for, Freedom Barbie merch will be available tomorrow, probably tonight, but tomorrow I'm gonna post the link for it, and I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be so much fun. So we got a lot of like all willy-nilly merch and just some of the fun like silly things that I say. So if you want to get on the list to get the link as soon as it's live, just comment merch here, and then I have it set up to send you the link, or it'll send you a survey, and then you just put in your information and then like your email address and your phone number, and then I'll send you a notification and say, hey, the link is live, here it is. So merch is going to be available in the next couple hours, and I'm really, really excited. So comment merch here, and you can get some fun Freedom Barbie merch. It's been something we've been wanting to do for a really long time, so I'm really, really excited. And everybody keeps asking me, and I'm like, I don't know. So anyways, merch is coming, so excited. Also, I've really missed you guys. Oh, yeah, you get your palette Friday. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I love it when everybody gets their new makeup because it's so much fun. So anyways, really, really excited for you guys to get your merch. Can you please, if you commented merch, will you look real quick and just make sure that it sent the link to you? Because if it didn't, I just want to make sure it's working, because technology and me sometimes are not friends, and I set up an automation, which I'm still like pretty excited about. Yeah, so excited. Okay, so let's do some makeup. I have not been. This weekend was crazy, so I haven't been here to really do any tutorials. As you can see, I don't care. There's no self-love in my hair today. Yay! Thanks, guys. Okay, so I've been using a self tanner. So I'm kind of, with my colors, I'm kind of in between colors. One thing that I really love about this Seint makeup is that you can pop in different shades when you need them. So like as you, thank you, as you go into different seasons, you can change your shade, right? So I've been using a really great self tanner. It's the Pasty Girl, so if you want I still have I did a whole video, I just haven't edited it to show you guys I like the color on it. But anyways, if you want the link, to just type in like pasty and I'll send you the link to it. You just got your makeup a few days. Yay! I'm so glad you like it. It's so cool. Like, it's interesting at first because you're like, I don't know about this, but I'll give it a try. And then like when you try it, you're like, oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'm so excited. I hope you guys like the merch. And there's like, it's the first merch drop. So like once we, Leanne, will you let me know if that works, please? I'd really appreciate it. Oh, Pasty Girl Official. Yeah, I have a discount link thing to send you. So it'll give you like a discount, but I've been using it religiously since I got it, and I really, really like it. But obviously it kind of makes you change the color in your face. So that's what I really love about the Seint makeup, is you can easily switch it up. Anyways, so if you don't have this makeup yet, just comment match, and you can, look at me. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I set up all these automations, and like, what was happening was people would like message me and I wouldn't get back to them for like a whole day. And they were like, I'm still waiting. And I was like, I'm so sorry. So somebody was like, use automations. And I'm like, no, like, this is a personal, like, one-on-one thing, right? Like, I don't want to start putting automations in my business, but it has helped. And the only thing that's automated is like stuff that doesn't really need my personality. It's just, here you go. And then like when you respond, then it's like, you know, a little bit more personable. But it's worked, and it helps my followers and my customers get what they need a little bit faster. And then you can still you can always respond to everything, and then it's me. So it's been really helping out a lot. Okay, so I'm just kind of lightly dusting my makeup on my face with the blush and bronzer brush. Hi, Autumn Angel. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, Tiffany, look, did you hear me catch my breath because I got excited? Nail Junkie 615 is who creates my custom nails. I got so many compliments on these this weekend. Everybody's like, oh my God, I like your nails. They're like colorful metallic. Like, I don't think the camera doesn't do them justice, but they're really cool. This is like 3 different sets. And if you want custom nails, just go to her. Like, she'll hook you up. I told her, I said, if I send people to you, give them a discount. She's like, okay. Hi, Dance Mom. How are you doing? I did. I mixed a bunch. So there was like this orange sunsetty one, and then this really pretty pink one, and then these floral ones, and then this like matte. That's like 4 sets. It's like matte set. It's really pretty. Tiffany, comment the word match. And then it should send you the link. If not, I'll go back and find you. Yeah, it's like the Tiffany. Is this colorful chrome? Code Freedom gets you 10% off your first order. There you go. And she does like a bazillion designs. Like if you have a design of nails in your head, or if you find them on Pinterest, you're like, I kind of want something kind of like this. Brain dump her your ideas, and she will either do it exactly if you want it exact. And Leanne, let me know if that works. I'm so nervous. I'm like, what if it doesn't work? I don't trust automations. I gotta make sure they work. March Madness green. Oh, she just did some, hold on. Hold on. So I order all the nails from her because I need them. Gel polish, but then a chrome over it. Okay, so these are some of the ones that she sent me. So it's these ones that are like more ombre, and these that are more like orangey. So that's this one that I added. She made me a Mean Girls set. Isn't that pretty? It says Burn Book on it. But here's the green. So first of all, this is a green that I really like the really fun green. And then where's the, here's ones that have like greenish colors. And these are like, what do you call those? Like the cat eye or whatever. But anyways, she'll hook you up with some nails. Hold on. She sent me some really cool, I can't find it. Hold on, now I gotta find them. But I can't get up because I'm not wearing pants. So I'll have to show y'all later. But the March ones, look at the same bags. I'm sorry, I'm gross. I'm not, have you guys ever listened to my podcast, The Dating Detectives? Like half the time we're talking, I'm not wearing pants. It's fine. I got a bunch of dresses to try on, and I got this big haul, and so I was trying stuff on, and so I just didn't put my pants back on. So I may or may not be wearing pants at any given time, but it's fine. I can't even, I crack myself up. Okay, so I just applied like my main shade kind of all over in a really light way, and you can see it's not super heavy. You can still see my skin. Yes, it's really good for oily skin because a lot of times when our pants are uncomfortable, when our skin is oily, it's because it's not getting enough hydration. So whenever you wear this makeup, it gives your skin the hydration it needs, and it kind of keeps your skin moisturized all day. There's no alcohols in here. That's like liquid foundation where it like evaporates and it just leaves the pigment. This kind of just doesn't have any alcohol, so it just kind of stays on there. It's kind of cool. Pants are overrated. I'm not wearing pants. It's fine. Or, oh my gosh, I'm in Tampa. I don't know why I'm freezing. If I'm freezing, I don't know. Okay, so 400 minutes ago, I put on this main shade. Now I'm going to go in with the same brush, and I just kind of squeeze it like this to make it dense. Because the contour, I don't want to fluff on. I just want to pack that on in a small area. So that's when I take my brush and just kind of do a little tappy into my contour. And you can see there's not that much. So this goes, yeah, I work from home too. You're lucky if you catch me on a live wearing pants. Because normally, it's fine. Yes, it's Justin's fault. He likes it cold. Thank you. Thank you. Because he's a freaking penguin. Okay, so this is my contour shade. There is not very much. You use very, very little, and you just kind of lightly tap it on. Oh, I think he's coming. No, he's not. He's gonna come yell at me. The contour shade, you can see how light I'm using it. You don't have to do like the heavy dark contour like you see a lot of the times on videos. You might see me wearing a really dark contour, and you're like, oh, that's a little scary. But if you can use it really, really lightly too. So this makeup is really buildable, and you can use it literally however you want. So I'll show you. I got a little bit more on my brush. What?
You're trying to say it's my fault you're not wearing pants?
I didn't say that. She did.
Then
No, not that. It's not your fault I'm not wearing pants. It's your fault that it's cold all the time. What?
it could be my fault. You're not
Okay, get out. Love you.
too.
Okay, so the contour, and do you see where this shadow is naturally here? Like there's no makeup there, right? That's literally my natural contour area. But I like to bring mine up just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a lift. And so if you have mature skin, or if you are, if you just want to like give yourself, if you're like, I'm going to be 40 this year, so I'm going to be doing all the lifting I can. If you're cold, well, I'm not cold because I was trying on clothes. So I was like, it was hot. Okay. So here's a little bit more contour, but you can see it's still not a crazy heavy amount. And I just tap that in one area. And so when you tap it on, instead of like swirling, like we're not doing this, right? Because we don't, first of all, don't ever do that. Ever. You heard it here. Anyways, you just kind of tap it in, and what happens is your contour just kind of melts into your skin. So you see how there's a little bit less here and a little bit more over here? Totally preference. Literally do whatever you want, however you want, and you can do it as light or as heavy as you want. I'm going to add a little bit more just to make them even. Once you learn the placement of your makeup, then you will start to see that it's just muscle memory, and you just kind of add from there. You can, you'll start to feel like how it blends into your skin, and you'll be like, oh my God, that's so easy. Holy bananas. Like it'll be wild, and you'll just be like, this is the easiest freaking makeup I've ever done. So the same thing for my forehead. I just come across my hairline. I noticed that sometimes some people put their contour like lower down, so kind of like in the middle of their forehead, and then sweep it back. I recommend putting it at your hairline so that it has a complete, like it just looks like it's part of your hairline. So, but if you do it the other way, like however you want, look, whatever way makes you feel beautiful, do that. But I recommend putting it right up to your hairline so that there's not a gap, because the idea is to create a shadow, right? Like we don't want to put definitely paint by numbers. That's basically what it is. So I kind of just use one brush all over my face like this. You can use multiple brushes. There's so many different brushes that do so many different things, fluffy, dense, whatever. And sometimes your brush can make a big difference in your application. But a lot of people are just much more simple, and they're like, I don't need a zillion brushes. Just give me one. Just pick a brush and just go to town. And you can choose if you want it really light or really heavy with the coverage based on the fluffiness. Fluffier is lighter coverage. Anyways, same brush, the one that I just jammed into my contour, right? I'm going to put it in my brightening highlight. Little tappies, nothing crazy. Just a little bit on the tips of my bristles. So this ain't makeup. I know that a lot of people are like, it's cream, so it feels like wet. It's not like a wet cream. It's just like beeswax. It has beeswax in it, which is really good for your skin. Look it up. It's amazing. So all you need is just enough to transfer from this brush to your face. So still squeezing, and I'm just going to tap right here, that brightening color. So what you can see is that like the brightness, look at the automatic brightness in the center of my face right here. It just adds a little pop of bright, and there's not a lot of makeup. Like I'm not jamming a whole bunch of product in the lines of my under eyes that the Lord did not, I'm 40 and he's gonna make me know it. Is it like a clay? Kind of. It's creamy without being wet. This is a family show. I'm dead. Yes. It's not like a clay. It's like I'll see if I can show you up close. It's just like a little, see how it's like this should cover like more than half your face, by the way. Like that's a lot of makeup. Like you could make that go a really long way. I'm just going to put little dots here so that I don't waste it. I'm put a little bit here. So this brightness, right? The bright color is going to be what helps to add dimension, because the brightness against like the darker shade really helps just to create that the dimension that helps us to look a little bit more youthful, a little bit more bright and awake, less dead. Kind of like lipstick in a palette. Yeah, kind of. I guess that's a good way to describe it. Just got another compliment on my skin today, which isn't good, but people can't even tell that it's makeup. They think it's my skin. Love that. I love it. So many people get compliments and they're like, I've never held so many compliments on my makeup, and it's just so beautiful. Well, you're beautiful anyways, but whatever. Okay, so you see how I'm just tapping this brightness in, kind of like right here on the side of my nose. See how I'm not going like in that bag area? See my bag line? I'm totally avoiding it. I'm just kind of coming here, and I just tap it right there. So you can kind of see where it's like under the bag and like kind of right in this area. One day I'm going to get washable markers, and I'm going to make a whole video just show it with washable markers to make it more like visual. I'm a visual person. Anyways, and then a little bit of brightness right here between the eyebrows, just kind of like think of like a palm tree, and then just kind of blend it in. And then a little bit down the center of the face. So this is basically like a very light dimensional makeup. It's nothing super crazy. It's not wild and cakey and weird. I mean, it can be cakey, like if you put a lot on, which many people do the first time they get their makeup. I put on way too much at first, and I was like, this is bullshit. Like, what is this makeup? Everybody's talking about how great it is. This makeup's stupid. Threw my palette away, and I was like, this is dumb. And then I was like, oh, I get it now. And then the rest is history. Yeah, it's supposed to enhance you. That's a really good point, because before I found Saint, like, I was using makeup as a mask instead of just like enhancing, and now I know you don't need a whole lot. Like, you don't want to cover things. This just helps you kind of enhance them a little bit. Does this makeup work for someone in late 50s with sunspots? Yes. Mature skin, get this makeup because there's no alcohols. So it hydrates your skin, which as we get older, we start to lose that hydration. So it's replenishing hydration. It's not drying out your skin. It doesn't settle in lines and wrinkles. It has color correcting properties in this makeup alone, but there's also color correctors if you have sunspots, age spots, things like that, melasma that you're not comfortable with, under eyes, pimples, acne, all the things. And I said this earlier, but beeswax is really good for the skin. It has really nice healing properties. So go to the Google machine, you'll see. Oh, I love banana bread. My dad used to make the best banana bread from scratch. It was so good. I'm 52 and I love it. Yay! Thank you for sharing that. I think that helps other ladies kind of see when because it's hard, because I'm going to be 40 this year, so I'm not super young, but I think it's hard for ladies that are a little bit older to look at someone who's like 40 and be like, well, yeah, she's 40, I'm 60, you know, how is that going to work for me? So it's nice when you guys kind of share your experience, and it helps other ladies I think it helps give them hope that, like, you know, they can find a makeup that will work for them. Okay, so these are the 3 shades that I use: my contour, my brightening highlight or concealer, and then the main shade or foundation, whatever. If you want to get a color match, by the way, the color match is free. Comment match. It'll send you a link, and then it'll send you directly to my text. And you can we can chat, we will chat one-on-one. 1984. Yes, baby. How many others are 1984? How many other ladies are hitting 40 this year? It's going to be me. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to add is bronzer. Contour is cool, bronzer is warm. It just adds another level of dimension and helps give you a little bit of a sun-kissed look. Same brush. I'm going to show you 2 different ways with this. This brush, you know how I was doing earlier? I was squeezing the brush to make it dense so that it's not fluffy. If you do the same thing with your bronzer, tapping and just lightly transferring the pigment from the pan to the brush. Now I'm going to transfer it. Oh, happy early birthday. I'm going to transfer it from the brush to my skin. So the contour goes in those hollows of the face to kind of enhance those shadows. The bronzer is going to be on the top of your cheekbone. So I'm just going to kind of stamp this on the top of my cheekbone, and then on the top of my my forehead, just to kind of stamp it on there. If we're having a hard time with the makeup and application, do we just text you? Yes, please text me. I'm always willing to help whatever you need. Just shoot me a text and be like, hey, I'm struggling with this or whatever. And then I'll help troubleshoot it for you. Sometimes it's just a shade issue. I can help you get a different shade or just give you some other tips or whatever. So please, everybody's scared to text me. They're like, I don't want to bother you. And I'm like, no, literally, this is my job. So you see how I stamped that bronzer there? Another way to apply your bronzer is if you take the big fluffy end of your brush and just kind of tap those bristles into the bronzer It picks it up on there. It doesn't look like it's a lot. It doesn't look like you're going to get a lot, but just trust. And then you just lightly kind of fluff it on your face. I'm having a hard time choosing the group. Text me. I can help you. I can help you narrow it down to what you like. I can try to help you figure out what you might not really use. Like if it's in your palette, like if you don't think you're going to use it, probably don't buy it. Like if you're not someone who uses a setting powder, or if you're not someone who wants to do contour or whatever. Yeah, come join my beauty group on Facebook. It's called Freedom in Beauty, VIP. Make sure to type in the VIP or else it'll take you somewhere else. Freedom in Beauty, VIP. And I do lots of like tutorials, and a lot of my customers kind of like to share their experience, and the women there are so beautiful and kind, and they're so respectful of one another. Like I've never been in a situation where there's like 10,000 women in one place and nobody's like yelling at each other. Like, can you imagine? Everybody's just like, oh, you know, someone asks a question, they're like, oh my gosh, I have the answer for you. And I'm like, you're so nice. Like, thank you. That's so kind. Bye. Have a good night. Okay. So 2 different ways that I just did my bronzer. You can do it literally however you want. Some people literally go like this and they swirl and then they just do this, and it turns out freaking, I don't know. It's like magical. I don't get it. I OCD, but whatever. I can't have my food touching on my plate either. But anyways, I just take what's left on my brush and just kind of dust it down my neck. And you just kind of like, see what I mean? Like the colors don't get all blendy and weird. Like they don't, just a lot of people tend to go in with their makeup and do the thing where they do this with the brush and then swirl it. Stop it. Stop that. Don't do that. So like think of, don't bend your bristles. Like just use the tips of your bristles. Oh, Nicole, text me. I can, whenever I look at your face, like if you say, oh, I need color correctors for my under eyes, or I have pimples, or I have melasma, dark spots, or whatever, I can help you figure out. So there's color correctors, right? And the color correctors can be a little tricky. But if you trust my guidance and my help, I can help you figure out. Because it's based on like the color wheel, right? But there's some things on our face, like let's say a pimple that is, like if I say, what color is your pimple? You're going to say red, right? But it might be like, if it's baby pink, then it's probably like violet, and violet needs yellow, red needs green. So it's it's a thing that like, it's weird, and the color wheel doesn't help because of that. So, I mean, it's helpful, but like, I think just text me and I can help you figure that out. And because Saint has a 30-day return policy, you know what I mean? Like you can get what you need and try it out and see if it works for you. And if not, we can exchange it for another shade or something. Now I'm going to add some blush. This is Nude. Nude is just one of my go-to faves for lip and cheek color. So you see how I just picked it up on the tips of my bristles there. This is going to go a really long way. So this is going to do both my cheeks probably. Just like a little bit here and a little bit here. You use very little and you just kind of tap it. And it's really cool. See how it just lightly gives you that color? And then you can add more. But if you start really lightly, you'll see that it's probably just enough. And you just tap it. And as you tap it in, it kind of like spreads out, right? See the color that I just added? Like it's really nice. And then you just kind of... Mackenzie's like Superwoman. She will really text you back even though there are hundreds of us. I have over 20,000 customers and I text back everyone who texts me. Like I don't play that game where it's like, oh, they bought from me, we're done now. Like, no, girl. Like, I want you to buy more, right? Like this is a direct sales company. Like they don't pay me unless I sell like I earn commission when I sell makeup, right? And so not only am I like earning a commission, but you trust somebody to help you with something. Like it's important that they kind of stay by your side. You know what I mean? But I think it's hard to find really good customer service. And I was just talking to, in my beauty group, I was talking about this. I said, I am obsessed with customer service is so important to me just because I feel like I know what it's like to have had bad customer service. I think we all have. And like, it's hard to get that. And I feel like with something with like makeup, this is people's confidence you're messing with. Like this is people's like, this is what everybody sees, you know? And so we want this to look nice. And if you are like not helping someone and they don't know what they're doing and then they lose their confidence, and I don't know, if they've counted on you to help them, like, I don't know, probably do that. That's fine. Anyway, so I'm obsessed with my customers. I'm obsessed with customer service, except if you text me, sometimes I get like, if you text me about something, I'll probably end up chatting with you about something unrelated to makeup, and you'll be like, well, so sorry. I don't know. I like to make friendships with people too. Like, if you text me about anything, I'll be like, hey, have you watched the latest episode of whatever? I'm sorry. I don't think I would remember how to put on makeup the old way. I don't think I would either. Like, I think about putting on liquid foundation, and I'm like, no, better not. Oh, so this one is Sunshine State. Sunshine State is one of my favorites, and they took it away, but they finally brought it back. But that's Sunshine State. And I'm such a nude, like, I'm kind of a nude, like a light nude color on my lips is what I prefer. I'm not really into the reds and maroons and stuff. Every once in a while, but, oh, thanks, Dana. Do you supplement your Saint makeup with anything? Not really. I don't use the Saint skincare. Well, I do use the Refresh wipes and the cream, but like, what am I for the Saint makeup? I can't say that I do. I don't use the Saint eyeliner just because it's cream and I just prefer the liquid eyeliner. I've just been using that forever, so I just use that. And then I guess if there's like an eyeshadow palette that I really like and it's not Saint colors, like usually a lot of the neon bold colors, I go for like one of the Jeffree Star palettes or like a Morphe palette or something like that. But usually I kind of stick to my Saint face makeup. But or like maybe an illuminator or something, but usually everything's just in here. Even the illuminators are really good too. But with the illuminators, I would just use your finger or a fluffy brush. So the illuminator looks really scary. I just listened to the Dogfish Mom episode. Holy F. Dude, wasn't that crazy? The girl's freaking mom slept with her husband and she was doing like an affair. Oh my God, it was rotten. So bad. Everything I learned at Clinique School is a lie, but that was 15 years ago. Isn't it crazy how like the concept of makeup is the same, but things have just changed, like trends have changed or whatever. Okay, so you see that crazy gold color that I just showed you on my finger? And now I just transferred it to the high point of my cheek. And you see how it's really subtle? So pretty. If you use the powder illuminators, they're going to be like, bam, in your face. These are a little bit more like, bam, like a little bit less. You know what I mean? Whatever. Anyway, so this will just give you a really beautiful glow on the tops of your cheekbones. And I do it right here, like a straight line down the center of my nose. People get legit mad when I do this. They're like, why do you do that highlighter down the center of your nose? And they're like mad at me. And I'm like, just because I want to. Like, there's no rules here. Like, do whatever you want. Like, I always say your confidence walks into a room before your makeup does. So do whatever you want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I feel pretty, then you're going to see that before you see like my illuminator that you're not crazy about. If you become a Saint artist, do you have to use their brushes? No. You can, yeah, it's a lowercase Bam. Thank you, Beverly. So no, if you're a Saint artist, like Saint actually, like even Kara Brooke herself, like the founder of Saint, will tell you, incorporate other products. Like you've never gone to like buy CoverGirl foundation and also the concealer and also the powder and also the CoverGirl eyeshadows and like only eyeshadow or only CoverGirl. Like, I mean, some people probably do, but it's not like, you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, there's not like an exclusivity thing. So I feel like it's just not necessary. Personally, I like it just because it's nice to have everything all in one. And that's the whole concept, is that everything is in one palette. As far as the brushes go, it's really preference. Personally, these brushes, I will tell you, these brushes are better than any other brush for this makeup. Although I have over 400 brushes and these are the best ones for this. But other customers, like, they'll use their own, they'll be like, do I need a brush? And I'll be like, try it and see what you think. And then they'll try their own brushes and then they'll get a Saint brush and they're like, oh. And I'm like, I told you, but like, you do whatever you want. I don't know if it's my phone or Instagram that makes my voice change. I'm really sorry. That must be so annoying. How do you support your Saint artist? Oh, so my team, I have a team of about 400 artists under me. And so every week, we actually have a meeting tonight. I got one of the top leaders at Saint to come chat with my team and help guide them on some things. But we have a meeting every other Thursday night, and we just connect with one another and, kind of share tips for their business. We have a color matching thread. So like if any of the girls need help color matching one of their customers, we kind of come together and help do that. I try to do events and like challenges for my team just to kind of, some people are motivated by like being challenged. So I'm like, I challenge you to, I don't know, go live and use Contour if they've never used Contour. You know what I mean? So I try to encourage them that way. But I will say that in direct sales, like I've never done direct sales. This is the first company I've ever done direct sales with. And so I'm not comfortable really like pushing someone like, where's your sales? Are you recruiting? Whatever. I guess I kind of feel like leading by example is kind of something that I like to do. So if I feel like my team needs something, I'll do it and show them that like it's possible. I'll show them that it's attainable and just kind of, show up for them in that way. But that's a really good question because I feel like there's some teams like in direct sales, which is one thing that kind of sucks is that not everybody kind of leads the same. But I will say being in my first direct sales company, there are probably like a lot of other qualified leaders and artists at Saint that I could say someone could sign up under and do really well. But I can't say I'm doing horribly. Like I can't, like, I don't know all the business end of stuff and I don't have 10 years in direct sales. I only have 2 years, but I've learned a lot from my team. And so I really admire the way that we kind of come together. Like we chat every day. We have a group text and like there's 400 of us in a group chat and we just kind of, whatever anybody needs, they go to their question, they text me directly, and we help each other, and it's a really nice team that we have. Oh, thank you, Vicky. Hi, Vicky's on my team. Melis is on my team. Hi, Melis. Hi. Anyway, so this is basically like my whole face. If you want to use setting powder, which I don't recommend putting setting powder all over, only because, it depends on your preference, obviously. The reason that I don't personally is because I feel like it mattifies that really pretty youthful glow that the cream gives you. But you'll see that it's not like greasy or like oily. It's just a nice youthful glow, right? But I do use a setting powder see that color's not transferring to my white powder? It's crazy. And I just press this kind of right here. So this is called Vanilla Dust Setting Powder, and it's raining. I love it. I love the rain. I think this gives a really nice, kind of like a blurred finish, only right here in this area where we typically don't want it to be shiny. And I think it looks really, really pretty and just kind of adds a little bit of brightness, and it controls the oil in this area, and it like sets your makeup here. So I recommend using it if you're going to use it only here. But see how it kind of blurs everything out and just kind of finishes it. And also I want to mention, if you're someone who really, really loves full coverage, like you're like, I don't want light coverage, like I want all of it, because that was me. One thing that's interesting about this Saint makeup is because all of and this is one reason they're not called foundation on the website. Oh, hey, Stacy Pizza. Is because all the colors together create dimension on your face. And so I always like to use the example of like a white piece of paper with a black dot on it. So if you see a white piece of paper and it's stark white and then one black dot, it's very noticeable. So that black dot might be your lines, or maybe it's your dark under eyes, or maybe it's a sunspot, maybe it's acne, whatever it is, right? And then instead, what we tend to do as humans is go to that area that we don't like and try to address it, right? And we like pile on the makeup and pile on the concealer and do what we can. If you add color everywhere else, what you're doing is you're drawing the eye away from it. By adding product and concealer or whatever to that one area, you might actually be drawing the eye to it. So I always recommend, if you have something on your face that you're like, I need full coverage because I have acne right here. I recommend trying your makeup the way that it was intended, because this makeup is pigmented. So it is potent. So it will last you a really long time and it'll go a really long way. So when you apply your makeup and you apply the contour, however you want to do it, but just the colors where they go, and you use it really lightly, if you use the different dimension and the different colors, you might actually see that the discoloration or the black dot on your face, whatever that is actually not so noticeable. And so you might actually be like, oh, well, that now I don't even see it. So black dot, white piece of paper, but then you add all this beauty around it and this beautiful dimension and contours and pushing and pulling and lights and darks. And then like your black dot is just, it's gone. It's just not noticeable. And so your eye just isn't drawn to that one area, whatever it is. Also, there's a lot of people have redness. Like I have pink tones in my skin, but when I apply this makeup, it has some color correcting properties. So it kind of cancels that pinkish out a little bit. And then when I add my blush, I can add it in a controlled area where I want it and to give the look that I want. So I put my blush on the high points of my cheeks and pull it back so that it gives kind of a lifted look. If I wanted to have a more fuller look, I could put it right here on the apples of my cheeks and kind of give that more full cherub look. So you can do a lot with your makeup and it doesn't have to be scary. And those are things that are based on your preference, right? Like no one can tell you what to do. Like they ain't your mama. Like do whatever you want with your makeup. Do what makes you feel beautiful. And when we can start doing that and stop trying to follow like the guidelines that they give you in the magazines and online and all these influencers. And it's like, thank you for the direction. I'm just gonna do what I want. Like, you know what I mean? Like do what makes you feel pretty. And there's a lot of customers who are like, I don't want to contour. Like, I don't want to learn how. I'm not interested. Do I have to put that in my palette? No. Like, it's cool. You build your palette shade by shade. Like, you keep out what you don't want and you put what you want. It's really cool. And so that's what I like about it is that it's totally custom to what you want. But also, I encourage you, if you're someone who has seen contour and you're like, okay, I want to try it, but I'm a little bit nervous, but I want to try it. I recommend exploring with it because once you learn it and you see that it's not so scary and dark, then you might actually like the shape that it gives your face or that little enhancement that it gives you or whatever. So I really think that, makeup is a great way to express ourselves in our individuality, just like with our clothes, right? So yeah, Amanda's on my team too. Get curious and explore. The same thing with eyeshadows. Like a lot of people are like, I just want neutral eyeshadows. I'm like, try the purples and the pinks and the oranges. Like try the different shades, and you might see that your eyes are just a popping, and you'll be like, oh my gosh. I love contour, and I never used it before. Saint. Oh, isn't it so? It's just a fun way to like you put on your contour, and you're like, oh, hello, cheekbones. Like, where did you come from? So that's really fun. Anyways, if you want to get a free color match, I can help match you to all the shades and then you can build your own palette, or I can help you just comment match here. So what happens when you comment match is you'll get a link in your inbox and it'll say, hey, thanks for requesting a color match. Here's a link to my color match form. On the color match form, it gives you a place to drop a selfie with no makeup. And it asks for just like your phone number and email address and stuff. And there's a box to put like, where'd you find me, or whatever notes you want to tell me when I color match you. Then I get a text and it says, hey, so-and-so requested a color match. And then it comes through on my text. I pull it up, look at your picture, hit the buttons, send you the colors based on your picture. So I look at everybody's face individually and I choose your colors based on my knowledge and experience with this makeup. And if you are someone who's a new artist, a lot of people don't sign up because they're afraid of color matching. That's what I was talking about with our team. We kind of help with that. But anyway, so I color match you and then I send it back to you in an email and a text. And I say, hey, here's your color match. And then I send you all the information about some brushes and the color correctors and all that stuff, and just kind of give you time to look through it or whatever. And then you can look on your the text or email that I send you and just kind of, play with the information. Click the link that has your shopping list. So on your shopping list, it'll have all the shades, all the brushes, the palette, everything that I recommend for you. From that shopping list, you go through the items and you say, add to cart, skip, add to cart. So you choose like what you want in your palette, and then you just go to the website, and if you want to add other things or whatever, you totally can. So these are $16 per shade, and you only get what you want. So you can get like, It's better if it's makeup free, but sometimes I can do it with makeup just so I see how you like your makeup, but usually it's better if it's makeup free. And try to get like your chest, like from like your chest and your neck, just so I can see, like, you know, because I use self tanner, so sometimes you want to match this area. But these are $16 a shade, and then you just add whatever you want. And then a lot of people, I tell a lot of people, start if you want to start small and just get a couple of shades, and then just add more makeup later, and then just add whatever you want. It's really fun. Anyways, comment match if you want to get a color match. If you want to get on my email list so that when merch is available, you'll get an email. Comment merch. So match and merch. Comment merch, and I'm so excited because the merch will be dropping in a few hours. I'm really excited. It's gonna be so fun. Just some of my Mackenzie-isms and just fun stuff. So, okay, I love you guys. I hope you have a really good night, and I'll talk to you later.